Once again, a very good morning to one and all. So I hope everyone is safe, and I hope everyone resume their works. So here we are starting the new webinar like BOM Creator, creating a bill of material as per your different departments. It sounds good, right? Yes, we need, the bill of material is the essential one for all our industries. So while according to different departments, we need to customize the bill of material. But in this webinar, we are going to show how we need to automate this type of bill of material creation according to of different departments. So without taking much time, I will start with my company profile and I will start today's webinar. So you all know we are the Logical Solutions authorized resellers for SolidWorks. We have been in the market from past 20 years. We founded our company in 2000. We started with the 4 core members. Now down to 50 plus employees are working in SolidWorks. So SolidWorks is not only a simply CAD designing software where you have a end-to-end solutions, like from your basic 3D model design to high-end analysis, and you can create a electrical, if you are in electrical industry, electrical schematic drawings, or any inspection for quality team inspection things and everything, all tools, even for manufacturing CNC machines, we can generate the CNC codes also. So apart from this, we have a 500 plus add-ons, so which will automate your design process or which will easy of your workflows. So in that 500 add-ons, we are now introducing the new add-on like BOM Creator. So this is a bill of material creator as per a new as per different departments. So I request everyone to mute yourself before going to the webinar. I request everyone to mute yourself and off your cameras also. That is going to be not disturb for others. And if you have any information or clarification regarding this, please contact us support@logicalsolutions.in. So we are introducing the new our third-party vendor. So from other company like Mr. Vignesh. So he is the founder of the BOM Creator. So Mr. Vignesh, you can start the webinar now. Vignesh.
Hello.
Hello.
Yes, Srinivas, thank you very much. Thank you very much for the introduction. And
Yeah,
can you make me the presenter? Yeah, can you make me the presenter so that I can share my screen?
Yeah, I will make you as a presenter. Yeah, I'll just make a presenter. You can just start your.
Sure. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. I hope you people are able to see my screen.
Yes, Vignesh, you can start.
Okay, yeah, perfect. Okay, thank you, logical team. Thank you, Srinivas, for a basic introduction about me. So just I'll take few minutes to introduce ourselves, our capabilities, and we'll just quickly jump to the presentation. Okay, my name is Vignesh, director for Soltronica Group. We are an associate service partner and implementation partner for the Salt System SolidWorks. Okay, uh, we as a team try to bridge gap between the different departments of the organization through data management, through customizations, through design automations, etc. We, with a vision of protecting the streamlining the workflow of the organization and the threat to the design data threat protection, and also the automation of complete manufacturing cycle. So these are the basic services what we offer. We offer design data management with SolidWorks Enterprise Product Data Management and SolidWorks Manage. We do enterprise product data management and SAP integrations. We do CAD-based API customizations for different requirements. We do design automation services. Also, last, the automation of bill of material with BOM Creator. So this BOM Creator is a product developed by our team for the automation of complete bill of materials. Okay, so these are the few value-added partners across India, and Logical Solution is our partner for Andhra Pradesh and Telangana. So, so any questions, any queries, any suggestions, you can come through Logical Solutions to us. Okay. Now, before again we go to the subject, we are today talking about the bill of materials, right? So now, before we begin, so let's understand what is the need of bill of material, right? Why do we create bill of materials? We create bill of materials to understand fabrication or manufacturing parts available in my machine, right? We do create to understand the items which are procured from outside with respect to their lead time, right? We need to understand the total weight of material we need for making the complete machine. It could be anything, any machine, right? And to understand what are the items which are required to be fabricated in house and manufactured, etc. So there are lots of things which is connected to the bill of material. The bill of material becomes the heart of any design department, because that actually decides what is our complete production time, the production items, the purchase items, etc. Okay. So if there's a mistake if there's any problem in bill of material, it affects the complete cycle. Right. So now, when we have bill of materials in SolidWorks, why do we need to create another tool for bill of materials, right? So now in SolidWorks, we do have 3 types of bill of material. One is the top level BOM. So when we talk about the top level BOM, it gives you the glimpse of our first level items present in the first level of my main machine, right? It could be parts, hardware, assemblies, anything. So it gives me the first level details of the machine. The second, which comes is the parts only. So now when we talk about parts only, so in complete machine, it gives me the details of all the SolidWorks parts. So it could be a hardware, it could be a BOP, it could be a manufacturing part. It's a mixed detail with their respective quantity, right? And one last one is the SolidWorks indented BOM. So SolidWorks indented BOM is nothing but the hierarchical BOM. So now I have a main machine, I have few sub-assemblies, and it has further sub-assemblies, childs, etc. So it will give you a level by level detail of each and every component or each and every sub-assembly, right? So now, even after having these type of different kind of bill of material, we face certain issues in our organization. So we identified those gaps. So that was the reason which wherein the BOM creator would come in place. So now the first and foremost issue we see is too much time in creating and uploading BOMs in our SAP or ERP system, right? So now, say if I'm handling say I'm a packaging machine manufacturer or an SPM manufacturer. So now if I want to share my BOM bill of material with rest of the department, we choose the SAP or ERP system as a platform wherein the upload and other departments are able to see the details, right? So now when we talk about SAP or ERP system, we do it in 2 ways, right? One is we manually type each and every part number with respective details, and that's again a tedious job, a time-consuming thing. Second is we prepare something, we create a BOM out of our CAD application, right? We do it, we modify that, we make it in some format which is acceptable by our SAP or ERP system, and we try to upload it in some of the other way, right? So this is the way we do. And so what we saw is people are spending a lot of time in creating and uploading bill of materials. Second is the chaos between the departments, right? Why this chaos happen? Because of the wrong or incomplete BOM, right? When I'm making a 4,000 component bill of material, so there is a probability I do a mistake, right? And this mistake is not identified during the same stage, but it gets identified at the end of the manufacturing cycle or during the dispatch time or during the assembly of the machine, which actually creates an issue, right? Next is the segregation, right? Again, when we talk about 4,000, 3,000 component machine, right? If I need to identify only the manufacturing parts or only the hardware or only the BOP, that again becomes a challenge. So we have uploaded things on our ERP or SAP system, or we have shared it, say I do not have an ERP or SAP system, my company doesn't have an ERP or SAP system, but I have given an Excel to production or the purchase team, right? So now the production is initially concerned about only the manufacturing parts, right? And the purchase is only concerned about the BOP and hardware. So how do I segregate? Again, a time-consuming job, again a manual process, and again the chances of mistakes. Next is delayed delivery of project because of improper planning. So now, when I say planning, say I'm handling, let's talk about a SPM manufacturer, right? So we have an order date and we have a set delivery date. Okay, so now everyone in the organization, so this is the zero date, we have to deliver.
Vignesh, your audio is not clear, I think. Vignesh, you are muted.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, now it is clear. You can start.
Okay. So it was clear up to which place? Can you let me know?
Start from this slide.
Okay. Right. So I can continue from here, right?
Yes, you can continue.
Okay. So now what I was saying is like we do face the delay in delivery projects because of improper planning, right? For every order, we have a set delivery date. We receive an order for machine, and we have a set delivery date. So we have to plan everything within that time frame. So we have a limited time, we have limited resource and everything. So now when we say planning, so now say again, I say I'm an SPM manufacturer. So now there are components, there are 1,000, 2,000 components in my machine. So there could be certain items which could be made, which could be manufactured, say from 2 weeks of release of manufacturing drawing. There are components which could be manufactured, say in 4 weeks of time from the date of manufacturing release of drawing. Or there are components which could be made in 3 to 4 days from the date of release of drawings. Right. So every component has its own manufacturing lead time. So now item taking higher time will be my first priority. Item taking average time would be my second priority, and item taking the least time would be my last priority. So this way we normally plan things, right? In an industry, if we do not plan things accordingly, we get our projects delayed, right? Next, another major issue is the tracking of release of drawings, right? So when we talk about tracking, so now we release drawings to production, quality, purchase, etc. So now sometimes they come back to us. They say we haven't received the drawing, and we do maintain some registers or Excel that we have released this drawing, but we do not have a proper track of everything, which again leads to a proper goof up inside the organization, right? Next is actualized costing. Right. So if I'm doing a project, so I need to understand what is the actualized costing. So we do it when we do it manually, we tend to miss certain important factors of costing, which again creates a contingency, project contingency. So I do not know how much budget I must consider or not. Last, what we see is the handling of production of multiple machine. So now when we have say I have received 5-6 orders at a time, and these are 5-6 different models of machines which have received an order. So now I need to manage. So people face issues in managing the release of drawings of individual orders. Okay. So let me now quickly go to the software. Let me take you to the software interface. And yes, one more thing I'd like to add: if anyone faces any issue or in understanding or any confusion, please type your query on your chat box. We will answer it at the end of the session, right? And please let me know if I'm too fast. I can slow down. I hope people are able to understand everything. Hello.
Yes, Vignesh, you can.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. Perfect. Okay. Let's go ahead. Okay. So now this is the interface of our bomb creator. Okay. So this is a separate installation altogether on your machine, right? So now we can use the software in 2 different ways. Either we launch the complete new interface and we start working here, and we can also give you a plugin inside your SolidWorks CAD system. We will see how. We will see how that will also we will see through how to handle it through our SolidWorks CAD system. Okay. So now, right. So now there's a basic interface. When we see, we have got under BOM, we have ERP BOM, design BOM, part list, spot out list. So now when I click on ERP BOM will actually give me a ready to upload SAP or ERP BOM directly from our SolidWorks CAD system. Okay, and this format, whatever you get as an output, that can be readily uploaded in your SAP or ERP system. The report will be created in Microsoft Excel, and this report can be used as it is. So now there will be a question: how can I use the same Excel or report as it is? So now this we can if you have any format of your ERP or SAP system which is acceptable, you can give it to us. We can customize it, and all the reports which are generated through our system can be readily uploaded in your SAP system. Next is the design BOM. Design BOM is something like a BOM is an enhanced version of a SolidWorks indented BOM, right? This indented BOM actually gives you the details of the enhanced version of your SolidWorks indented BOM, which will give you a level by level detail of each and every item, and at the last we will give you the composition of complete machine. When I say composition, so different grades of material which are used, it will give you the complete summary. We'll see in live. Next is the part list. This is a part list. Let's say if I want to segregate, we were talking about segregation, right? So if I want to segregate only the manufacturing parts, I can just quickly click and segregate the part list. Only the manufacturing details. Same goes for the bought out. So let me take you to my SolidWorks interface. Say this is a machine. Okay, so we want to create a, say we want this is label printing machine. Okay, and we want to create different reports out of this machine. Say we want to create reports out of this. So as I said, we can create a plugin inside of SolidWorks CAD. So we have a BOM creator plugin inside our SolidWorks CAD system. So this here, from here also you can generate report. We will generate report both the ways, and we'll see how it is created. Okay, the first thing. So now the best part of BOM creator is like we always pick up only we always work with the main assembly of the machine. We will be always working on with the main machine, right? So now, say when I click on ERP BOM, I need to browse my main assembly. Okay. So this is my main machine, main assembly. Okay. So I'll just say click and open. So it takes a little bit of time based on the size and assembly of the component, the number of components, number of details it has, right? Based on that, it takes a little bit of time. And we can have a report, something like this, right? So now let me explain how it is. So this is a default template created by us, and this template can be customized as per your industry requirement. Okay, the fields, when I say customization, it's the fields you need in your BOM, which are required in your SAP or ERP system, and these fields can be updated and customized as per your system. So let me explain you how this BOM has been created. Yeah. So now there is a main machine, right? There's a main assembly name, and there is a subassembly ASO 01, 02, 03, 04, 05, 06, 07, 08, and 09. Okay, and inside is 01. There's further another subassembly. There are two subassemblies here, and there are certain set of parts. Okay, so now what it has done, it has said, so this is the ASY01, this is the main, this is the first subassembly, and inside that there is another subassembly. It has given the child of ASY010, and again the second subassembly and its child, right, and the first level child, so on. So it gives you, it goes to the n level of your assembly, and it will give you the complete detail, level by level detail, right? So this is my complete BOM. So next, is our design BOM. So let's create our design BOM through SolidWorks interface. Okay. So now if I say click on this, again it takes as per the components. So I hope you are able to see the screen, right? So again, here it has introduced you the first level, right? And then each level it will take you to the different level, and will further categorize each and every component. Again, this template can also be customized, right? And there's an option if you want to create the BOM with images or without images, right? So this BOM has been created with images, bill of material, right? So if you want to keep images in your bill of material, you can keep it, or if you do not want it, so there's another option, you can do it, right? So this BOM is with images. So now I'll show you the BOM without images. So this was a design BOM which was created without images. Again, so this is my first level of my of my machine, and it has categorized the first level with the again. So it has categorized this again. So it has given you a detailed BOM, right? So it has gone, right? Complete one. And last, this is what I was talking about, the complete composition. So when we talk about composition, it is these are the different grade of material I'm using in my SolidWorks, in my machine, right? And this is the summary of their weights, respective weights, the individual weight. So if it's a 30-ton machine, so it is a composition. This is what we're talking. Okay. So all the formats can be customized as per the requirement, as per the industry requirement. Moving further, the part list, segregated part list. If you want to look at the part list, so now this is a part list. Okay, so this will have only details of the manufacturing parts. No hardware, nothing. Right. So, and these particular types of, if you want to categorize further types, say machine components, sheet metal components, if you want to segregate based on their different types, that can also be done. That can also be customized. Right now, we have done it only for manufacturing parts and the hardware or BOP. Right. So you can do it accordingly. So this customization is also possible based on your own requirement of the industry requirement. And all the reports shall have their own material composition summary at the end of the report. Next, talking about the bought out list. Again, a segregated bought out list, right? So now only the items which are hardware and the BOP item. And again, yeah, this hardware and BOP report shall not have the weight details since it's for purchased based on the quantity. So no weight details are required for bought out item, BOP or hardware item. So we have kept only the quantity. So there is no weight detail. Okay. Going further, the priority right? So now, as we discussed, right? First of all, is everything clear till here? Hello.
Yes, Signesh, you can continue.
Yes, right. Okay, perfect. Okay. So now, moving further with the priority part list. So this priority part list, as we discussed, right? Every manufacturing component has its own manufacturing lead time, right? So now here we are actually trying to prioritize things for the planning purpose for the production, right? So now items having larger manufacturing lead time will be part of my high priority part list. Items having the average manufacturing lead time will be part of my medium list, and the items taking the least time for getting manufactured will be my part of my low priority list. Okay. Same goes for the bought out items. So if I want to purchase items from market, so now every bought out or hardware item does have its own purchase lead time, right? So motor, if I order today, DC motor, so I will receive it in say 4 weeks of time. Solenoid valve, if I want to order today, it will be available in 6 weeks of time, right? So if they, so again, so now we have certain set of priority items which are required to be planned first, right? So high priority bought out list first, medium priority second, low priority last. Okay. So in this machine, say we identified few parts. The part-wise bill of material high priority list, right? So these are the parts with high priority. Okay. These are my bought out list with high priority, right? So we can prioritize and we can purchase things accordingly, or we can manufacture things and plan things accordingly. So this will help us. These seems to be a very small thing, but it actually affects our complete cycle, manufacturing cycle, right? So there are industries which have actually benefited through this software, right? They have seen an improvement in their efficiency, right? Next, we talk about the drawing issue details, the drawing release details, basically, right? So now, so this has been kept for the tracking of your drawings, as we discussed the tracking of our issues of drawing. So now, I do not production comes back to us. The design releases a drawing 10 days. After 10 days, the production comes back. We haven't received the drawing, or we lost the drawing. We missed it somewhere. Okay, so now we do not have a track. So how many times we issued it, how many times we haven't issued it, or if you have released it or not. So now this will help you keep a track, and you can generate list based on that. So if you want to identify the parts which are issued to production, to which person did we issue, which date it was issued, and how many times the drawing can be issued, and what's the remark? Is it a first issue or a reissue, right? So this becomes easier to keep a track on the drawings. Similarly, for any other department, purchase, quality, and again, if you have any other department you want to incorporate in this, you can do that. So this is the basic 3 departments we understand based on our experience: production, quality, and purchase. So we have put in that way. So there's another thing which we can see is issued to none, right? Now, why this option is there is because, like, we as a designer, we do not release all the drawings all together, right? We partially release drawing, right? And as soon as we build up the designing, we partially start releasing the drawings. So now the issue to none is to keep a track that how many drawings which we have not issued yet, and we'll issue or release only those drawings which are not issued yet, which are not released yet. So that list will give you a glance that these are the drawings which have not released to the production of any respective department, and we can release these drawings. And these drawings are required to be released. Next is the fabrication place, in-house or outsource. So now again a basic segregation: the items which are required to be in-house, which are required to be manufactured in-house or outsourced. Right, I can do that. Next interesting feature is the fabrication cost. So now fabrication cost is basically, right, when we say costing becomes an important thing, right? So now when we talk about costing, there are 4-5 major components, right? One is the material cost, one is the handling or the labor cost, one is the engineering cost, packing cost, transportation cost, right? These are the 4-5 major parameters, right? In SolidWorks also we do have something for costing, but that covers majorly on the operation cost, the sheet metal bending cost, the printing cost or the machining operation cost. So that majorly focuses only on the operation. So here we have tried to capture all the factors and bring it onto the complete report. So now this fabrication cost. So now we are getting the composition of complete machine, right? And what we are looking is the user shall key in the per kg cost of the material fabric. So per kg cost, when I say plain carbon steel, is 130 rupees a kilo. Okay. So now 130 rupees includes my labor cost, material cost, painting, anodizing, surface treatment, etc. Right. When I talk about stainless steel, 304 is 350 rupees a kilo. So this is again a material cost, handling cost, pickling passivation cost, etc. So now this becomes an industry standard costing. How much does it cost per kg to the industry? We put that cost, we get the finished weight cost of the machine. Next, engineering. If you want to add the engineering parameters, but these are the different factors: then engineering, structural engineering, or safety calculation. So now, how many hours do I spend in costing? How many times do I spend? How many hours? So now, and what is my per hour cost of the engineering or the structural calculation or the safety? I can get the cost of my engineering, and this can be added and we get the complete cost of the machine. So now, if you want to add the packing cost, we have given you a provision. We can give you a provision wherein you put the box sizes and the CFT is calculated, and you enter the per CFT cost and you get the packing cost. And also transportation, you can add the vehicle details, the quantity per vehicle cost, and you can get the complete project cost. So now we have tried to cover all the major components of the project costing. Last is the comparison of machines, comparison of assemblies. So now the comparison of assemblies is like, so now when we are talking, right? So we have say we receive an order, 5-6 orders at a time of the machines all together. So now what will happen is, as a designer, we intend to release the drawings of individual machines individually, right? But what happens is, like, what we see, sometimes there are components which are common in those machines, right? And we end up releasing the drawings of same parts multiple times without knowing, unknowingly, right? So now here what we are giving you a provision where you can compare 5 machines at a time and you can get a comparison list. And what is this comparison list is all about? The comparison list is basically, say I compare 2 machines. Say here I compare 2 machines. So now this is the type common. So this is the part number which is common. This is the description. This is the quantity in machine 1, the quantity in machine 2, and the total quantity. Right. So now if we give this list and release, we will be releasing only one drawing for this part number, right? And we can give this. So now to the production team or the respective department, and they will have an idea. So we did not release multiple drawings, we'll release only one drawing, and we have this list, and the person will have an idea, so that the quantity of this is 4 and how many parts are required to be assembled in each individual machine. And these are the items which are unique, which are required to be individually manufactured for individual items. So here, any queries, any questions?
So if you have any queries, you can put it in the conversation box, or you can unmute yourself and you can speak to us.
Yes, Mr. Gopinath, there's a question here. Can we plug in this form creator package into SolidWorks? Yes, this is a plugin to your SolidWorks CAD. So existing SolidWorks CAD system. Okay, so it can work on SolidWorks Standard, Professional, or Premium. So whatever CAD package you are having, we can have we can add this as a plugin. There's another question from Mr. Anil Babu. What is the minimum time to generate the bomb, say, for example, assembly of 1,000 components? So I'll tell you. I'll give you an example. Here we have a customer called Shubham Flexible Packaging. Okay, so they have around 5,000 component machine. They have 5,000 component machine, and we generated their bomb in 15 minutes. It took 15 minutes to generate their complete bomb. So 1,000 components, I don't see it would take maximum 5 minutes time. It must not take more than that.
I have a question. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah.
Yes,
See,
yes,
in SolidWorks assembly environment,
yes.
We actually complete the assembly first with manufacturing and butouts, whatever we assemble first.
Correct.
Then in the end, we'll go for the hardware like screws, bolts, whatever.
True.
So if you see the tree, all the hardware will be in the end, whereas the part will be on the top of that.
Okay.
So when we produce the bill of material for the assembly purpose, the assembly engineers actually needs like parent and child process. Like if a component is there, the particular screw or nut with the specification has to be just underneath of the particular part.
Okay.
So is there any possibility to make that parent and child kind of bill of material from SolidWorks to the bill of material?
Yes, look, that will be the part of the basic customization thing, right? So as I said, the Excel report as you need, we can customize it as per your requirement. So the way you want to show it on your report, okay? So that customization part can be done.
How would it identify like this is the parent of this particular hardware?
So that will be identified through the tree, the SolidWorks tree, right? You might have placed it inside that hardware, right?
Yeah, we need to put all hardware. But we are actually placing the hardware in the end of the assembly. That's
not the problem. That's not the problem. So basically, all the hardware will be available in my assembly, and those assemblies can be used. So that will keep the link, right, of the this parent and child, and in report we can put the manufacturing parts on the top and the hardware on the hardware below as required by you. As I said, that will be part of the customization. That will be part of the BOM customization.
You mean to say it is possible with this BOM add-in?
Yes. So that we will need to do some customization, as I said, the basic customization, and you will be able to get your results.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Thanks.
We have a question.
Yes. Yeah, I'm answering one by one. So the first question from Mr. Krishna Kumar is how to assign the priority. Right. Mr. Krishna Kumar, there's something called custom tab builder in SolidWorks. Right. So basically, all the information what we are getting out of the list or the priorities we are generating is based on the metadata information. Right. So the user will require to assign the priority. Right. As a designer, we understand that the people understand the lead time. Okay. So in custom tab builder, we will help you during the implementation. We will help you with the building of the tab builder, wherein you can type your priority and based on which the reports will be created. Okay. Next is, can we use this plugin to generate bombs in PLM? Right now, this works with only SolidWorks CAD. So this is a plugin to a SolidWorks CAD system, not to any PDM or PLM system. Okay. So if you have SolidWorks CAD system, you can use this bomb creator. How does it prioritize the parts? Does it need to have any properties created in respective parts? Yes, we need to create properties in our part. So that will be again Mr. Jaikumar, that will be part of our implementation. So wherein we'll be training your engineers and we'll be creating your custom tab builder. So you can fill in those important information based on which the reports will be created. Mr. Ajay, having this add-on, when we feed in the model, will it separate the whole model and create bomb? Will it separate the whole model and create the bomb? So you mean the segregation? Mr. Ajay, can you clarify on this?
I was just now you have answered my question previously. So you told that you will be training the engineers in such a way that to create the assemblies during the modeling itself, so that it will be easy for the software to segregate them during the BOM, right?
Correct.
So
Correct. Yes. Yeah. Okay. Thanks. Yeah, Mr. Avinash, can we do customize for the bin parts as per material, manufacturing cost and time? Yes, we can do this. No problem. Is this module is compatible for older version of SolidWorks? Yes, it is. It is compatible with any version of your SolidWorks system. Okay, that's last screen is actually I'm not presenting anything right now, so that's why the screen is not visible. Any more questions, queries?
Hello?
Yes.
Yeah, sir, you told me that we can track a data of the drawings which we have submitted to the other departments.
Correct.
And do we have to enter manual every time when we give it to the concerned department?
Yes, sir. You basically the information. Yeah, you the user will have to fill in that information. So
is there any automated process so that automatically we can send a mail from this BOM menu only?
Sir, right now when we talk about automating things, do you have a PDM system, sir, in place? SolidWorks PDM?
No, sir. Actually, we are working on SolidWorks automation, so we need to directly show on the software that something like an extension of the email, so that it will automatically grab the date and also mail ID of the person.
Yeah, but that can be automated. Yes, that can be automated, wherein you can just click and you can just fill in the current date, today's date, and the person who is raising it. That can be done.
Yeah, that's one. That is the doubt. Because we can forget sometimes.
Yes, actually manually why we have kept it manually, because to whom you are issuing it, so that has to be recorded, so that you have to fill this person has released the drawing. So date and other things can be captured, but rest of the information to whom you have released, right, or what is the purpose of release, it's the reissue or something. So that has to be filled manually.
Okay. Yeah. And also we have the weights of the properties and weight of the part, right?
Yes.
And while if any change is there, we have to manually enter. Manually we have to enter that, right?
No, you why do you want to change it?
Oh, okay.
You need not change it. You not change it. You can use the same way.
Okay.
Yes. We do use SolidWorks, but when we check in the assembly in PDM Pro, can we auto generate BOM in PLM as well? Look, as I said again, this is a plugin to a SolidWorks CAD. So so as you create your complete design, you can just click and create immediately from your CAD system itself. You need not go to the PLM system. You can, if you want, you can create and save it in your folder, in the respective folder if you want.
Vignesh, we are missed the one question before that. Mr. Jaykumar asked what about the issue?
So yeah, that's why I answered, right? So there's one option wherein we can click and create the name of the person who has issued it, what's the date, and the count. So that will become that will be automated. But the person to whom it has been issued, so the person needs to fill that information, right?
Hello.
Yeah.
While calculating the fabrication cost, we can see the designing cost, right?
Yes.
Engineering cost.
Yeah.
And the time there, how we can is there any automatically is there any calculation of the how much time is spent on the part? Otherwise, we have to enter manually the part the time.
Look, I'll tell you. When we are talking about project cost, right? We make daily machines, right? So now, we can allot certain set of. So based on our experience, one thing we can fill that, right? So now based on our experience, we fill the number of hours taking design engineering hours. How much time will it take, right?
Yes,
one is that way we fill it based on our assumption or based on our experience.
Okay.
So number of hours it has taken. So it's a lump sum hours. When I say 150 or 200, 300, so that's a lump sum hours for design engineering purpose, right? So the editing question: Can it take material and populate through tab builder, or just SolidWorks material? Look, our tab builder and SolidWorks materials both are connected. Both of things are connected. So either you fill it on tab builder or your custom. Basically, whatever you fill it on the tab builder, it will automatically go to your SolidWorks material, right? Hello. Yes, you can. We can add new parts and update. Basically, for updating the BOM, you have to recreate BOM every time. If you update any item in your SolidWorks assembly, you have to update. You have to recreate a BOM through BOM creator, and that will give you the result. And now in the new BOM, you can see the difference. What are the parts which are added, newly added, or newly removed, or anything which is removed. So the items which are added, newly added, that will be highlighted in this BOM. Mr. Avinash, that was for your question.
Hello.
Hello. Yes.
Sir, I have one question. So
Yeah,
currently
please.
we have a standard model 2017, the SolidWorks.
Okay.
So in this, can we from the model we have a assembly model, and can we extract bill of materials from this model currently, or we need to add on any software or something like that?
No. Whatever version, SolidWorks version you're using, that can be plugged in accordingly. So we can add a plugin for the BOM creator with the same version.
Okay.
So you need not do anything else.
Okay, so it will be free cost, or it will be like any cost will be added to that activity, or how it is?
For you have to pay for the this BOM creator license cost as well as the implementation. So that logical team will answer you on that subject, right?
Okay. Okay.
Right. Yeah. For this,
Okay.
you will have to require the purchase the software. Basically, the BOM creator software you will have to purchase separately. Okay.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah.
okay, fine. This is one question. And second one thing is, so basically I'm using for composite industry this software. So basically the composite parts will be made up of different layers, one by one sequencing have. So if I want to extract at each stage, for example, I made a laminate, I made a thickness of 5 mm, which consists of 100 layers, one by one. So there may not be same sizes of all the layers. Okay. So I wanted to extract from each layer and see the dimensions or whatever the cost will be there. Can it be done in this software?
I need to understand this in detail before I comment on this.
Okay.
I need to understand the layering thing.
See, for example, I see we have composite industry and we are using for the same. Okay, this software we are using for composite industry. Basically, if it is a metal, you will have a thickness and it will be some area and weight you will get it. It will not be a multiple layers, and you will not get as a different dimensions also. But in this case, we have a part. Assume that it is a 5 mm thickness. Okay, the total area will be 5 meters square, which we made up of with different layers and different sizes also.
Okay.
So I wanted to extract from each layer. If, for example, I made it for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 layers. Assume that first layer which having dimension 5. The second one is 7 by 5. The third one is 10 by 10, and fourth one is 15 by 15. My overall part size is maximum is 15 by 15. Okay. So now I need to. This is complete. Once it is made, I will get a model of 15 by 15 dimensions of model, the complete model. So I need to extract from that of these 1, 2, 3, 4 dimensions separately. And what will be the cost and what will be the dimensions of that?
Okay. I got it.
So is it possible in this software?
So now when you talking about layer, so it's on the individual parts, right? Yeah, individual.
I cannot say it's an individual part. It is a.
It could be assembly also.
It is not. It's actual one part, but it is having multiple layers.
Okay.
Means I can say multiple layers in the sense multiple materials, different type of materials will have.
I understand.
Not a single material.
Jenny, what I mean is like it would be a SolidWorks assembly or SolidWorks part. What will be reading?
Yes.
It would be a SolidWorks part. It would be a SolidWorks part.
Yes, it will be a part which consists of different materials of different sizes.
Different sizes. Okay. And we need to extract the detail
in a
of
single part. Yes.
In a single part. Okay. So
yes,
that
exactly.
we need to look into. That we need to look into. Okay. So let me have a look if we can achieve that. Okay. So, and give us some time. We'll come back to you on this.
Sure. Thank you.
Yeah. Thanks. And there's a question from Mr. Sikandar. Do interface of BOM is compatible to all ERP software? Yes, you can. You can give us your format, and customization can be done based on your ERP the format, and that can be used for your SAP system or ERP system. Yeah, one small thing. Sorry, I missed it. Sorry, really sorry. People who feel this software can be useful for your organization can please send a request for trial license to Logical team. Okay, so if anyone needs the trial, if you want to have a feel of hands-on of trial version, so you can request Logical team. You can send a request to your Logical team. So and and we can issue a 2 weeks trial license to you. Okay.
For any trial request or any like trial license request, you can send a mail to support@logicalsolutions.in. Give me a second. I will show. So you can send a mail to support@logicalsolutions.in, and we will come back to you and we will contact you regarding that.
Anyone who feels that this software can be useful for your organization, it could help in a lot of other ways. So you can send a request for trial to Logical team, support@logicalsolutions.in. So we can issue a trial license for 2 weeks for you, for your organization.
We should have one more question from Jay. We have one more question from Jay Kumar.
Just a second, yeah. Suppose the part weldment list has different cut list item. Can it be combined based on their properties? Okay, part weldment has different cut list items. Can it be combined? What does it mean by combining? Can you just brief it, Mr. Jayakumar? Yeah.
Also, suppose there are 2 parts which is having say L angle. Okay, so all having same length. But there are 2 parts. There are weldments of 2 types. Okay.
Okay.
There are 2 types of parts, but the cut list items match. Can it be both combined and listed as a single item and quantity be increased to 2? Something like that.
Yeah. Okay. So now we have something for stock details, wherein as we are creating the material summary, we can do that. If that can be achieved. But again, we will need to do some customization on the weldment thing. We will have to do some customization. Then this can be achieved.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if you have any questions or you can send your queries to support@logicalsolutions.in. I think there is no queries.
Okay, fine then. Thank you everyone for your time, valuable time, for attending the webinar. Thank you very much. Thank you, Logical team. Thank you, each and everyone present in the webinar. Thank you. Have a great day.
Thank you, Vignesh.